Hey everybody, welcome back to Key Intuitive Mind Podcast. Y'all listen, I know it's been a little minute. We changed the setting a little bit. We chilling, we relaxing because we feel like this is more it's more personable. So we can just be sitting beside each other having a conversation. I took a couple months off because, you know, life done got to me real quick, but that's all good. But if you're listening to my podcast right now, you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, which is Key Intuitive Mind Podcast, please make sure to subscribe. If you have not followed my Instagram, which is Podcast Key Intuitive Mind, go ahead and follow, like videos, share, do all that good shit on Instagram. Also, I have my own t-shirt brand now. Shout out to We Are the Future Now, which is the intuitive minds all put together, the empaths, the healers, the black sheep, the chosen ones. We in this motherfucker, you hear me? So y'all make sure y'all go follow We Are the Future Now, Instagram. And I have a website, We Are the Future Now. Go click on the website. Go on and get your hoodie, your t-shirt, whatever the case may be. Use code HEALING, get a 30% discount. All right, let's jump straight into this shit. Y'all, this is my best friend, Kia.
What's up? What's up?
If y'all don't know, this podcast is going to be different. I don't even know what motherfucking episode we on by this time, but
we in here. That's all that matters.
we in here. So I ain't going to even tell you an episode name. Listen, we revamping this thing and we doing it a little bit different. So the name of this podcast and the whole objective of this podcast is going to be after the motherfucking pain. After the pain. Listen, healing is very important. It's required for you to grow in life. But until you get out of that pain, until you don't let that motherfucking hurt go, baby, you ain't doing no type of motherfucking healing. And let me be the one to tell you, my black ass still carrying on. I'm still holding on to some motherfucking hurt. Do you hear me? And hey, listen, the first step is accountability. I'm taking accountability for what the fuck I got going on. And I'm being honest and upfront about it. You know what I'm saying? So, man, listen, y'all, if ain't nobody else had to put up with the bullshit that I've been going through these last couple of months, this one right here, she already know what's going on. Y'all, if you listening, you can't see her, but listen, she gonna be chiming in with me because this podcast is very important to me because I feel like a lot of people need to know what it's like to heal after you done got over that pain because a lot of people don't know where to go from there. Kia, what's your insight on that?
Well, not even just after you get over the pain because a lot of people don't even know that they are not over it yet. So that's the key, getting over that pain so you can heal. Because if you don't recognize that hurt is still there, then you still at square one, baby.
I'm going to tell you one of the biggest indicators to know that you ain't got over that motherfucking pain yet. Try to date again. Try to date again. Or try to get close to people again. Try to be friends with people again or whatever the case may be. And I'm telling you, you're going to attract the same fucking spirit in a different person. You're going to attract the same type of things that you've been attracting because you haven't fixed the issue yet within you. So all you're doing, you only attract what you are. Certain parts of yourself, you're just putting it out in the universe and it's coming back to you. So you be like, oh man, if I ain't shit, God, just say that. He's saying that shit. I'm telling you.
You're not listening. You ain't listening.
And listen, and I'm the first to tell you, like, he's saying that shit to me. I was like, damn, if I ain't shit, just say that. Because at this point, boy, I don't even know what's happening. But it's all about accountability and knowing when you are in situations that you have put yourself in that are fucked up. And you might need to remove yourself from it. And sometimes you just don't know how. You know what I'm saying? And let's be real. Everybody want to give you advice, but ain't nobody walking in your shoes. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's hard. And this is coming from somebody who constantly fuck up. I'm human and I'm honest. I constantly fuck up. This is coming from somebody who constantly fuck up. So if I had to listen to Kia and listen, y'all, I'm just be real with y'all. If I had to go to somebody for advice, I would not come to this motherfucker right here.
Why not? Tell the people why.
Because, okay, for one, if y'all ever heard of toxic healing, it might not be a thing, but it's a thing with this motherfucker right here. Because she's going to tell you to do the exact opposite of what you think you might want to do, but it makes sense still, but it might not be the best thing to do.
Hey, it might not be the best thing hearing it, but the shit works. I wouldn't tell you nothing wrong. The shit be working. So if it works, then why are we changing it?
Yeah.
It's right. Just, she call it toxic. I call it honest. Brutal honesty.
So you saying, all right, you say you call it brutal honesty and I call it toxic.
Yeah.
So So if I call you for advice, right?
Yeah, let me turn around so I can get the full picture here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So if I call you for
Listen.
advice and I'm like, yo, ring, that bitch, hello. I'm like, Kia, boy, I'm going through some shit, y'all. And she answered the phone. She be like, what the hell wrong with you now? You know what I'm saying? Because this is how we talk to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Brutal honesty.
Brutal honesty. So I'll start telling her what's going on. And then she'll tell me, if I was you, I'd block the bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that. And I'm like, shit, that's not going to solve the issue, though. It might be a temporary fix. But if I block her, then all I'm going to do is unblock her if I'm feeling some type of way, or if I want to say something else or get something else out, or if I'm going, I understand the point of view. I understand that. But sometimes certain things got to be said. Sometimes you got to go through certain things. Certain lessons still got to be learned. And I believe that God wouldn't put more on you than you can bear. And even though we put ourselves in fucked up situations.
Yeah, you know I was coming.
Hold on. Let me finish. Even though we put ourselves in fucked up situations, sometimes we have to endure the journey. Right? Even if we say, all right, we know we need to get out of this, but sometimes we got to endure the journey.
I hear you talking.
All right.
But here you go. So we're going to start the beginning. You said, talking about blocking. So, yeah, block that person that's bringing you that toxic, negative energy. If you're working on healing, why are you allowing that in your space if it's not bringing you any healing or any peace? Block it. You mentioned the next part. Well, if I'm just going to unblock, that's not the goal. If you block somebody, the goal is to leave that situation alone. Why go back and unblock? Because now you're bringing that toxic negative energy back into your space, and now you're back in an uncomfortable position because your peace has been broken once again.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll let you finish.
So that's why I say brutal honesty. So now when you say, God never puts more on you than you can bear. Yes, that's very true. But you ever heard that saying when people say, "Oh, my guardian angel looking down," like, what the fuck?
Nah, that's my mom and daddy. I know they looking at my life now like, what the fuck you got going on?
Because if God opens your eyes to certain situations, this is the way I see it. If he opens your eyes and say, listen, this is not for you. Remove yourself. Or I'm going to throw these obstacles in your way to force you to be removed from this situation. But you say, damn, I'm going to jump over this mountain because this mountain is in my way of this toxic ass situation. Let me run back over here, jump across this mountain thinking I'm Monica and shit, moving mountains. And I'm going to do it anyway. Now God is like, but I just took you out of that space for a reason. I put that mountain there for a reason. But you wanted to go around it. God don't bless no mess.
You right. And one thing I done learned, and throughout every situation I done ever put myself in, if it's not in God's plan for you, no matter what you do, no matter how good of a person you are, no matter what you provide to them people in them situations, it would never work. You will always have chaos, because if it's not meant for you, it's never gonna be peace. It's never gonna be meant to be. So you wondering why you going through shit, and every time you look around, you got drama in your life with this person, drama in your life with that person, because it ain't meant to be. These people not meant to be in your life. They was meant to be sent here to teach you a lesson. Now, if you take out the lesson, it's up to you. And this is coming from somebody who cares so much about other people's feelings. Sometimes it's hard for me to set boundaries. So I feel like on my healing journey personally, the hardest thing for me to do at this exact moment in my healing journey is set boundaries and keep those motherfucking boundaries. Like, if I say it, I mean it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna follow through with it. That's the hardest thing I'm having issues with. And I feel that's because, like, growing up, I lived in a household where boundaries were not allowed. So learning how to set boundaries as an adult sometimes is very hard, because you was never taught that, and it was never okay for you. So, like, with me, it's like I'm relearning shit that I should have grew up learning as an adult, which is like, like some people, like, they say, oh, I got a learning curve when it comes to this thing. I got a learning curve when it comes to that thing. That's what I feel like setting boundaries is for me. It's like a learning curve, because when I feel like I'm doing it correctly, I'm fucking not. Like, at all.
What your shirt say? Be patient.
Hey,
what?
Listen, be more patient with yourself. We all doing this life shit for the very first time.
Facts. So it's I don't even think it's such thing as a learning curve, because we all have to live and learn. We all have to walk different paths. But we can all take different experiences from each other. It might not be the same exact situation, may not be the same exact experience, but we can take something from one another. So that's the beauty of surrounding yourself with different types of people, because if I've been through any type of situation,
Right.
then if your situation looks even a tad bit similar, I can say, listen, I went through X, Y, and Z, and this is what helped me, or this is what you should do. Maybe this might work. Then that's the beauty of surrounding yourself with different types of people that walk different parts of life, because everybody has their own story.
Right. Yeah, I could see that, because everybody's journey is different, and that's one of the things when I'm saying after the pain, because me personally, like when I went through some of the toughest times in my life, I had to hit rock bottom, and honestly, I done hit rock bottom in the last 3 years. I just hit rock bottom again here recently, mentally. I'm not talking financially. I'm not talking like physically, none of that. I'm talking about hitting rock bottom mentally. When you hit rock bottom so many times, you have to come back again, and you have to rebuild your mind, restructure your mind, and replace everything negative that's going on with positivity. So that's what I mean. After the pain, this whole podcast right here today, this episode is about after the pain, because after I go through that shit that put me in that dark place, what am I going to do once I get out of that dark place? And how am I going to maintain that peace that I worked so motherfucking hard to get?
And how are you going to prevent yourself from going back to that place again?
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. And if I could give anybody advice, and this is personal advice, because I ain't no guru on nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't go to school for this. I'm just a regular human being with regular experiences, and I can tell people from the experiences that I've been through how to heal in certain situations. Now, everybody's journey is different, but if I could tell somebody what to do after you come out of that dark place, it would be more to focus on yourself. Love yourself, learn yourself, you know what I'm saying? Figure out what you like to do, where you like to go, who you like to be around, the things that make you feel happy, the things that make you feel good, even if it does not make sense to nobody else on this motherfucking planet, because nobody else was created to be you. It was one of you. Every hair on your head is in particular to motherfucking you. You know what I'm saying? Everything about yourself is you. Even there's not one person, even twins, identical twins, they are not exactly the same. Something is different about them. So you were created to be you. So I would say, like, love you, learn you, and that's how you grow you. Now, how would you chime in on that, Kia?
Well, my piece on that, my piece of that is, number one, a lot of times when you're on a path to find yourself, you can't find yourself if you're not with yourself.
Facts.
A lot of people try to find themselves while in relationships, when a lot of times you can't do that. Even though you might have a partner or you're in a marriage or however, until you spend time alone dealing with yourself, your issues, and figuring out who you are as an individual, a lot of that's not going to work, because what'll happen is, as you find you, the person that you were is not the person you become. And when that happens, that person that was your significant other, your spouse, whoever, even friendships, you and that person no longer have the same interests.
Facts.
So sometimes it just doesn't work. So my best advice, when you're on that type of journey, searching for yourself, learning yourself, healing yourself, it's best to be by yourself. That's my advice right there.
And I see it like this as well. Like, a lot of people don't even know what it's like to be after the pain, because while they're going through the pain, they're trying to look for shit to replace that whatever that situation is, to make them feel better, to give them a type of high, to give them some type of validation. So I'm gonna give you an example. If a person is in a bad relationship, right? They get out of the bad relationship, or somewhat out of bad relationship, right? They go seek somebody else in the mix to make them happy, because they don't know what it's like to be alone. They don't know what it's like to make themselves happy. So they feel like they need other people to validate the way that they feel about themselves and the way that they look at themselves. So then they rush out here and they try to find somebody else that's going to make them happy, that's going to appreciate the little things about them, about themselves, and all kind of shit like that. So they never got to the stage where they say, I'm out of the pain. Now what do I do? Because you know why? They're so afraid of being alone. And that right there in itself is what drives people to continue to put themselves in toxic unhealthy ass situation. So you're going to spend your whole fucking life saying after the pain, motherfucker, you ain't even got over the pain that you experienced 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago, because now you done stacked another pain on top of that pain and another pain on top of that pain. So now you healing from an ex still from 5 years ago, an ex from 2 years ago, and now you bringing all this baggage into somebody else's life and wondering why you're not finding your kingdom person. Is because you're not your kingdom self. Yeah, but like when you tell people that, like, now you don't know what you're talking about. Now you're delusional. Now you're gaslighting them because you're pointing them out on the bullshit that they're going through. You like they coming to you like, well, every time I look around, I keep finding this person that ain't shit. Yeah, because you still got some ain't shit in you. Like, you ain't even took time out for yourself to even know who you are. So how the hell you even know what you attracting if you don't even know who the fuck you are? Or is it just me?
Nah, you speaking some truth right there, because see, like I said, the thing is that people don't understand. In order to find you, you have to sit alone with yourself. You have to learn yourself. You have to know yourself, what you like, what you don't like. Same shit. By you jumping into the next relationship, all you're doing is creating another toxic person, because hurt people. And then the cycle continues.
Facts. And, you know, if you guys haven't watched any of my podcast episodes about childhood trauma and all that stuff, please go back and watch those episodes, because it's building up to this point. I'm not going to go back into detail about childhood trauma and your parents and your family and how that affects you as an adult and affects the people that you attract in your life. I'm not going to go back into detail, but I want you guys to go back and watch those episodes, go back and listen to those episodes so you can get a full picture of what we're talking about. And we're not only talking about relationship as far as, you know, intimate relationships. We're talking about relationships with friends. We talking about relationship with family. We talking about just anybody that can hurt you in general. Like, you keep going, fucking with people, going back to people, being around people that are not healthy for you. And then you're wondering why your life is in shambles. And 9 times out of 10, I'm not trying to be too spiritual on here, but at the end of the day, I'm a spiritualist, so fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Energy never lies. Energy never motherfucking lies. You know what I'm saying? So if this person got that heavy, badass energy and you expecting them to be anything other than what the fuck you already see, you're going to upset and you're going to disappoint yourself every single time, because you're seeing the potential and not the reality of what that person and who that person is. So, hey, that shit is tough sometimes. I ain't going to even hold you, and it's heartbreaking, because you want people to be the best versions of themselves, but we are not Captain Save-A-Hoes. We ain't motherfucking no type of guru on fixing people. If we can't even fix our own motherfucking selves, how the hell we gonna help somebody else?
Bingo. You're not God. So
Facts.
You're not responsible for anyone's healing except your own.
Facts.
So you can't fix what somebody come to you, and you know, a lot of people play the guilt thing. Oh, I'm like this because of this. I'm like this because my daddy never loved me. I never knew my daddy. So that's why that man beating on you, because he never knew his daddy, or his mama wasn't shit, or every excuse. But again, you're not responsible for healing no one but yourself. So by allowing that to continue, you're enabling that bullshit from that person. You're not contributing to healing. A lot of people think that they're helping somebody heal because they stay in that bullshit situation. That's
enabling
the problem.
them. You're enabling them.
Facts. You become an enabler.
Yep. So now they think it's okay to be a fucked up person because you are making excuses for them as to why they are who they are. Nah, that shit don't work like that.
You can't raise an adult.
Hell nah. Like, you already grown. What the fuck you want me to do for you? You coming over here telling me all your... Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to listen to what you got going on, because I'm one of those people. But if every time I talk to you, you got a motherfucking problem, I promise you I ain't going to answer the phone. I promise you I don't want to see your face.
It's one thing to be there for somebody. It's one thing for somebody to actually go through something and just need a listening ear. It's another for somebody to try to unload all of their baggage onto you.
Facts.
So you got to know the difference. You got to know when to draw the line. Otherwise, you're never going to get anywhere. You're never going to heal.
And I'm not about to keep letting motherfuckers come around me and drain me. Because, you know what I'm saying? If you pouring into other people so much, when your cup is empty, who the fuck going to pour back into you? And that's one of the things I had to learn, because you could be the best person on this planet, but good people are some of the most, like, they're the poorest people. They're the people that don't really succeed in life because they feel like they got to be so good to other people and they got to look out for other people so much that the way that this world is set up is I got to get ahead, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get ahead, and being a good person is last on my list. So that's why it's so hard to get ahead as a good person. I'm not saying it's not possible, because I'm a great ass person. And if I don't get to where I'm supposed to be, as long as I can help people along the way, I'm fine with that. But at the end of the day, like, good people, we don't win all the time. We barely win at all. Like, you ever heard that saying, what does it say? The good guy finishes last?
Yep.
Every single time. Like, if you talking to this chick, hey, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say we talking to the same chick, right? Let's say we talking to the same chick, y'all. This is not real life.
Not at all. We got two different types.
So let's say we talking to the same chick, right? We talking to the same person, right? And you a bad boy, not gender wise, but you know that persona. Goddamn, I can't even talk. You carry that, and I'm over here like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I do motivational speeches, and I go to work every day. And you out here on the corners doing your thing.
Hold on. I'm drunk every day. We in the clubs. We throwing money. We popping bottles.
And popping bottles. And I'm over here starting businesses, going to work, doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm still getting drunk, and I'm in the club, but it's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as flashy. All right? So let's say you rent cars to drive them around. My shit is mine, right? But your shit is nicer than mine. But we try to holler at the same chick at the club, right? You know, I'm spitting game like a motherfucker over there. I'm She ain't even talking to me. You come up, you start spitting game, and your game's totally different than mine. You like, yo, what's your name? Yo, can I take you out? That's it. She like, yeah, you can want my number. And I'm just standing there like, bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
because she seen the money, she seen the flash, and she seen the drink, she seen the bottles we popped over here, she seen the money we threw out in the crowd. So now she over here because she thinks she gonna get something.
Right.
But see, this is why I say we differ. We got two different types, because she can run over here thinking she gonna get something all she want to. I ain't spending shit. She better go over there.
Hey, listen, I don't spend. Hold on, y'all. Hey, you got too much dip on your chip now. You got too much dip on your chip.
They got a better chance over there.
Listen,
she got a better chance over there.
I don't be spending nothing either, y'all. But I live a good life. We both do in reality. But we're given a theoretical situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just those little things that shows you just something that simple, that the good guy finishes last no matter what. Like even in healing. Like somebody might come to me and talk to me about whatever they're going through, and I might give them a certain type of advice, and then they go to somebody else that has no type of experience or haven't even tried to heal themselves and ask them advice about the same thing, and they give them something totally wrong, but they'll listen to them over me because they feel like they think that I know everything. So you gonna go listen to somebody else that's all fucked up, and then once you get yourself in a deeper situation than you were already in, you gonna come back to me again. Oh, hell no. You going back over there to them because I told you what to do the first motherfucking time and you ain't listen. You know what I'm saying? So It's just one of those things, like, once you obtain that peace, keep it. Maintain it. And don't let nobody come fuck up the peace that you done worked so motherfucking hard to get.
I know that's right.
Listen, y'all, I'm still getting to that place in my life where I'm trying to obtain that peace. I'm not saying I'm not completely at peace, because at the end of the day, like, mentally, I have my ups and downs. Mentally, I go through shit. Mentally, I put myself in fucked up situations, you know, because I'm human. But at the same time, I'm still trying and I'm still striving. So that means that I still have potential. You know what I'm saying? I know where I'm fucking up at. So now I just got to figure out how to get to where I want to be and how to fix what's going on in my life. And, you know, I'm pretty sure I got a solution. But at the end of the day, the way that life works is sometimes you got to go through some shit to know how to get through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying, like, my mama used to tell me all the time, shit not to do. You know what I did? I did it anyway. And I had to learn the hard way. And I ain't never want to come to my mama and be like, damn, you was right. Because I ain't want to give her that motherfucking satisfaction to say that she was right. But
facts. We know none of us do.
Like, putting ourselves in fucked up situations and then having to tell other motherfuckers you was right is probably one of the most. I'll bite my motherfucking lip off before I tell a motherfucker they was right. I promise you I will.
You might as well come see me at my funeral before I tell a motherfucker they right. I ain't that person.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna even say nothing. But what I'm trying to say is, y'all, before you even try to get over a situation, you have to realize that you was in a situation first. You have to realize that you are hurting. first. And a lot of ways that you can realize that you are hurting, look at the situations in your life and how shit is playing out. And this is coming from somebody who has a lot of experience about hurt and putting yourself in fucked up situations, you know? And I say, well, I ain't hurting as bad. And then I put myself in another fucked up situation and I'm like, well, I'm hurt.
I fucked up. I fucked up this time.
I fucked up again. Not this time, again. And listen, but I'm honest enough to let people know, like, hey, I fucked up. You know, it is what it is. But the way that life works and the way that you maneuver life and you maneuver healing is to continue to learn yourself, love yourself, grow yourself, and take accountability for the fucked up shit that you put yourself in.
Bingo. Hey, accountability is the first step. But like you said, you got to know you in a situation. Once you know you're in that situation, you left off a key part. You know, you said to take accountability, but you got to make sure that you understand what fault you played in where you are. Everything is not everybody else's fault.
Facts.
You can't go through life thinking, oh, well, this person did this to me, so I did this. Or this person, if every time somebody does something to you, they can get a reaction out of you, you won't get far in life. You just won't. You can't heal that way. You have to learn how to brush some things off, know when to pick your battles, know when to fight, know when to walk away.
Facts.
And I'm not talking physically. I'm talking mentally with your words, however. But you have to be able to be so at peace that no matter what she say to me, she can't get shit out of me but a laugh. That'll hurt somebody. That'll hurt somebody more, that they can't get a reaction from you.
You want to ruffle a motherfucking feather? Remain calm and walk away. When I say they'll probably throw something, hit you in the back of the motherfucking head. Listen, if you want to ruffle,
it happened. It happened. It happened to me.
If you want to ruffle a motherfucking feathers real bad, just walk away. Don't say nothing. Just remain calm. And listen, y'all, where I'm at in life, I'm still working on that walking away and shutting the fuck up part. Because at this point in my life, I'm going to just be real with y'all. I'm not motherfucking there. Because what I'm going to do out of everything else is talk some shit. And I'm not talking little shit. I'm talking big boy shit. And I've been that way my whole life.
It took me a long time to get there, friend. So I understand, because I recently got to a place where I feel like I'm so at peace that no matter what anyone says, it doesn't move me. It doesn't bother me. No matter what somebody else does, all I can do is laugh about it and keep going. No matter other people like, how you do that? I don't care. Because at this point, the only thing matters is I wake up every day. I'm at peace. I have what I want and what I need. I'm going to achieve my goals one way or another. So what the next person does doesn't faze me.
Facts.
So when you get to that point of peace, I promise you, it's a total different feeling, and nobody can disrupt it.
You know, and I'm looking at life like this too. Like, no matter where we're at in life, because we're all different. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's experiencing life differently. But the whole purpose of this podcast is to let you know that there's real people out here just like you, just like me, and we all going through similar situations in different states with different people, you know, different scenarios, whatever the case may be, but we're all going through some shit. And it's okay to grieve. It's okay to cry. You know, grief is the cost that you pay for loving somebody. And this is not only talking about somebody physically dying, because when you lose somebody that you actually loved and they still in this world and you have to grieve them while they're alive, that's one of the most hurtful things that you can do in this world, because you got to see these people. And this is a person that you once was loved. I'm talking about friendships, relationships, whatever the case. And you gotta go on in life and be okay with not fucking with these folks again, but you know that they still exist. Now, it's a different type of pain when you grieving somebody who gone and never coming back. But I just want people to know, like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be depressed. It's okay to cry. Listen, I hold in and I bottle up so much shit. It's because sometimes I feel like it's not okay. Sometimes I feel like I cry too much. Sometimes I feel like I'm emotional too much, you know. But people that's not in touch with their emotions, don't have no type of emotional intelligence, don't understand what it means to actually be so hard on the outside but soft on the inside. Because that
used to be me.
To me, it's a defense mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I gotta show you that I'm hard on the outside because I don't want you to hurt me on the inside.
Right.
So I gotta show you this tough side of me, so you won't get in my heart, you won't get in my head, and you won't fuck that shit up more than it's already fucked up. Cause bitch, you see, I'm already healing from some other shit. I ain't fully got over healing from something else. You know what I'm saying? And the way that life works, and people say, well, you can heal from this situation and go. No, that ain't how that work. Because soon as somebody trigger you, you back at square one.
Because you're not done healing.
You're not done healing. So they said, well, you can't jump into something before you over something else. Oh, yeah, you can, because no matter in life, until you reach that emotional and intelligent point in your life where you say, I'm done with this situation, I let it go altogether. And if I say something that triggers you, if you say something that triggers me and it pisses me off about an old situation, you're not done healing that situation. You're still emotionally attached to it.
Facts.
That's what that's telling me.
Yep.
You know, and I know these things. And the part about me is I throw rope to people in general, and I just see how far I can get with that rope, because now I know like where you stand on the emotional level, where I stand on the emotional. I'm fucked up, y'all. I'm fucked up, and I'm honest about it. Like, I'm fucked up, but every day I learn something new about myself that can help me get to where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? That's life, though. It's life, you know.
Yep.
And the sad part is a lot of people don't take accountability for being fucked up on the inside, you know? And they say, well, if you really wanted something, you would work for it. Well, how easy is that in reality? Like, if I really wanted to heal, if I really wanted to grow, if I really wanted to be a better person, if I really wanted to do this, if I really wanted to do that, let me ask you something, Kia. How easy is that? How obtainable is that to just turn a new leaf today and be a new person tomorrow?
It's not easy, because, see, you got to think about it. Okay, I'm 35. So I went over 30-something years living a certain way. I learned to live a certain way, like you said, being hard on the outside, soft on the inside, not showing emotions. If you live your life that way for 30 years, you can't expect, because, I turned 30, I'm going to change my life. You can't wake up the next day and just decide, I'm not going to be this person anymore. It takes time. That's like if you ever see, you watch these movies and stuff, or even in real life where you see a couple that married for so long, and then all of a sudden one person checks out of the marriage long before the divorce happens.
Right.
That person that checked out, it was over for them the moment they checked out.
Yeah.
Not the moment they got the divorce, but the moment they actually checked out.
Right.
So the time in between, they spent learning to heal themselves, learning to know themselves, learning to love themselves. So by the time the divorce come, the other person mad as hell, because for them, they're blindsided, because they're like, what the hell? I didn't see this shit coming. But the whole time, that other person had to learn to become someone else, learn to become the best version of themselves. So now they're at the point of, all right, it's over. And the reason why they reached that point is because they have become that person that they needed to be long before it happened.
Right.
And then once they get to that point, it's no turning back, because they've healed and became the person that they became the best version of themselves.
Right.
So that's why, and the crazy thing is, people see it and they say, well, how can they just walk away with nothing? Because they've already accepted everything. They've healed. They've moved on. They don't want anything that ties them to that situation. Like, people think people are crazy when they walk away from situations and they can leave somebody with so much money, whatever, and they end up with nothing. Some people don't care because their peace is more important.
Facts. And you know, this is the last point that I'm gonna touch on today's episode, and I feel like this is important because it resonates with me. After the pain, I'm gonna tell you something. After the pain, you gonna be mad as hell. You gonna be angry, and I don't think people really talk about the mad stage. Like, fuck all that shit, bitch. I'm mad. Like, I'm mad. I'm upset. Like, anything at this point in my life, like, it's like it's all, everything is coming out of anger. Everything I'm doing is out of anger. You know what I'm saying? I understand that I'm healing, but bitch, I'm mad. I'm mad because first of all, I let you play with me, and I let you. Not this is not something that you just can't. No, I let you, because people will only do what you allow them to do. So yeah, after the pain, bitch, I'm mad. At this point, hell, I might even want to fight. But you know, I'm healing from that, y'all. But but I'm being honest though. People don't talk about how mad you get after you experience the type of pain and after you come out of that painful situation, how mad you be because you put yourself in the situation, you let the situation happen, you let people close to you, and this makes you not want to let nobody else close to you, not want to love nobody else. And this is where people go out and they do irrational bullshit. This is where people go out and they drink their lives away. This is where people go out and they have thousands and multiple sex partners. I'm not saying thousands. I don't know what the people. I don't know what people
I don't
be
know
doing,
who can do that, but hey,
I'm pretty sure it's possible.
Ooh, hats off to them.
I think I seen a world record. We ain't going there. But listen, but that's where that comes from. It comes from anger. It comes from anger. This is why people put themselves in a lot of situations, and when they get over certain situations, they become angry. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you have to know when you come out of that pain that anger is not the motherfucking answer. Like it's healing yourself. It's peace within you.
I went on a rampage about what? It was like about a whole year or two, wasn't it?
It was.
I went on a rampage. Everything set me off, and it didn't matter what it was. I don't give a damn if you breathed wrong. It didn't matter. Like it was just a rampage. I was either drunk or pissed. It was no in between. And it's just like, fuck it, I want to fight.
The thing about this podcast is pure honesty. When I listen, some of the most hurtful times in my life when I came out of that pain, I can think back to 3 different times in my life where I came out of pain and how I reacted to the pain, and each time how I reacted was almost exactly the same. After the pain, be a hoe. I swear to God, that's what. Like, listen, and I don't give a fuck who hurt me. After the pain, be a hoe. Like I just want to go out and I want to feel good, and I want other people to make me feel good. I want other people to tell me I look nice. That's what I wanted validation from other individuals because I was so angry with what somebody did to me. I felt like that was gonna give me a certain type of peace. Bitch, they ain't do nothing but cause me more problems in my life in the end. Like, it caused me more problems in my life because here I am putting myself in different situations. Now I'm intertwining my energy with other people's energy. Now it ain't going how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I was a sexual hoe, y'all. Let me go on and get that out of there. You know, just conversation. Let me go ahead and say that. But at the end of the day, like, it's all about transparency, being real, being who you are. But when I was angry, I was just like, fuck it. I'ma just be whoever I want to be, and can't nobody tell me I'm wrong. And I have an issue with being wrong, bitch. I'm always right. That's my last name. Like, I have an issue with being wrong. Like, if I'm wrong, I will argue you to the T that there's another alternative to the way that you saying that this shit should go. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like I just want to touch on being angry because I don't feel like a lot of people touch on that when it come to healing. Bitch, I was mad each time.
I was mad too. I like to fight though. See, my anger came out different. You said yours was go be a hoe. Mine was like every time you see this motherfucker, punch them in their shit.
I mean that's a little bit. That was a little bit of mine too. And then I'm a very vindictive person when I'm mad. So I think of shit to do to people that you would never even think of that I thought of to do to them. And then when I do it to them, they don't even know that I did it to them until it happened. And then at that point, they don't even know I did it to them then because the whole time I've been waiting on a motherfucker to piss me off so I could do some shit to him. But listen, that's one of those things that I'm trying to heal from because I'm a very vindictive person when I'm mad. And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
That's not the answer, y'all.
That's not the answer. Like, and I know that's not the answer, but I'm being real. I'm being transparent. But once I learned what I did when I was in certain situations, it helped me to grow from those things. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't going to say that I don't backslide every now and again. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say that I'm perfect, and I ain't going to say I'm living a perfect, healthy lifestyle, and I go out every day and I meditate, and I smell trees and hug trees and do some more shit. I don't. But I might drink my liquor sometimes. I might go party sometimes. I might I don't fucking know, but I'm human. That's what I'm trying to preach to people. Like, we are human. Stop putting yourself on a pedestal. Like all these social media people telling y'all you got to be so perfect while you healing. No, you heal how you see fit, but don't keep putting yourself in situations that you know that's going to continue to harm your journey. That's what I'm trying to preach. And do whatever you got to do for you.
Facts.
Do whatever you got to do for you. Ain't that right?
Kinda. I don't know how to take that one. I'm not gonna say that because, you know, sometimes when she say some shit, you can't take it the way she say it, you know.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Take it with a grain of damn salt. You got that right.
Take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't perfect, but I am who I am. Kia is who she is, and we are who we are created to be. And as long as you continue to grow, learn yourself, Learn from your fuck ups. Learn from your mistakes. Be aware that you are the issue sometimes. Be aware that you put yourself in fucked up situations sometimes. You are on the right path. You don't have to wake up every day and be happy. You don't have to wake up every day and be bothered with folks. If you want to be sometimey today, fine. If you want to talk to people tomorrow, fine. If they don't want to talk to you no more, fuck with you no more, fine. You just got to be fine with every motherfucking thing. But, Kia, I appreciate you for coming on the show. Y'all, we going to cut this motherfucker short. We ain't really cutting it short. We actually ran over.
We ran over a few minutes. It's all good, though.
Yeah, we
People
ran
need
over.
to hear this shit today.
Yeah, we ran over. But y'all know after the pain, this episode, like I said, I don't even know the motherfucking number because it's been so long since I posted a fucking podcast. But we back. We in full effect. Every week we dropping a podcast episode. Every week, check out the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to Key Intuitive Mind. The YouTube, hit the like button, hit the notifications button. All that shit is going to be dropping across the screen. If you are watching on YouTube, and if you are listening to the podcast on any streaming platform, make sure you go follow the YouTube. Go follow Podcast Key Intuitive Mind Instagram. Go follow We Are The Future Now Instagram. And go get your t-shirt and hoodie, wearethefuturennow.com. Use that 30% discount code, HEALING. Get your motherfucking discount. And until next time, y'all keep healing how y'all want to motherfucking heal. And don't let nobody tell you no different. Peace and love.
When you feel like giving up, don't. When you thinking about giving up, don't. When it look like you ain't gonna make it, keep going. When they tell you you can't, come on, man, who are they? When they tell you you're not gonna make it, don't believe them, man. Don't believe them. You got to be relentless.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Stay in it. Stay focused.
Quitting guarantees the failure. Once you quit, it rules out any chance of succeeding. The mere waking up every day, putting the